impetus of the project was our drive to diversify our traffic base. Traditionally, we were heavily dependent on Illinois basin coal, and we all understand where coal's at. So we've had about a 10-year drive to diversify our traffic base, and we've done quite well in your traditional carload commodities. But we noticed there was quite a bit of traffic that comes out of Chicago, which is kind of the intermodal hub of North America, that would come into central Indiana, and the question we asked ourselves was how could we participate in that? And the upside there is it gives the shippers in central Indiana a direct route from the Pacific, like the Asian countries, or both ways, import and export. And then the other environmental side to it is you take 100, let's call it 100 to 110,000 truckloads a year off of I-65, which is the route between Indianapolis and Chicago, so there's no downside to that. But what really drove it was trying to diversify our traffic base and get into something that we traditionally had not been involved in.
The INRD invested $2.5 million to upgrade facilities, including construction of a 2-track intermodal pad, each track measuring 1,400 feet, and a 5-car container yard at its Senate Avenue terminal. This bonded facility is open 6 days a week and is within a day's drive of 80% of U.S. consumers.
We had great support from the Indiana Economic Development folks, from the city of Indianapolis. It was very interesting when we got out to meet what we thought would be our prospective shippers, just how much of a desire there was to have a direct rail route into Indianapolis. Anything they can do to speed their traffic up and avoid having to spend a lot of money on long drayage moves up to Chicago is a good thing. So we thought it would be a good project, but within the first couple months we really knew we had a good project. And what really drives it is you have to have a good Class 1 partner. And with CN and the routes to Vancouver and Prince Rupert into the Midwest, it really made a good fit for us.
CN and INRD interchange at Newton, Illinois, 6 days a week. Containers move from Shanghai, China to Indianapolis via the port of Prince Rupert, British Columbia in 21.5 days on average. This is the fastest overall transit time in the industry.
Culturally, for forever, everybody brought their products off the West Coast into Chicago, unloaded them from the train, and just trucked them into central Indiana. And that's just how business had been done forever. And so we had to kind of change a mindset and get folks like your freight forwarders and your beneficial cargo owners in the market to understand there is another product available and there's a value to it. And we had to commit to some pretty aggressive service commitments coming from China. And with our partner, with CN, we've been able to hit those. So it kind of sells itself right now.
Volume has shattered expectations. 12,563 containers were handled in 2014, the first full year of service. 17,233 containers moved in 2015. 18,000 are expected in 2016. Without this service, all of these would have been moved by truck from distant intermodal terminals.
When we first sat down and thought about the idea, let's call it 3 years ago, it was just conceptual. We didn't really know what we were getting into, and throughout the whole process, all we've gotten is positive feedback from CN folks, from beneficial cargo owners, from freight forwarders, from the city. We have yet to find someone that has been a negative on this project, which is pretty rare to have something like that happen. So we kind of look back and say, it was a good idea, and it really was a good idea.